What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here, and on today's edition of Gear God's Quality Control, we're going to be taking a look at the Glenn Tipton signature Vengeance pickups from EMG. Glenn Tipton of Judas Priest has been an EMG user for a very long time. And he was using the 81s forever, but recently he decided that he wanted something that was based on the 81 but a little bit different, and hence the Vengeance pickup set was born. They are very similar to the 81, with a couple minor but important changes. They used a slightly different magnet setup inside the pickup, as well as sort of shifting the resonant frequency of the pickups. They seem to be a bit clearer and a little more modern sounding, and basically that kind of that mid-range, I want to say gooiness that the 81s have is a little bit kind of scooped out. Something that in a recording you would probably EQ it to be a little bit more like this anyway. So I found that it took a little less work on my part to get it sounding where I wanted it. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to do a direct comparison between the 81 and the Vengeance. So if you want to see that right now, just go ahead and click this little doodad right here and you'll go right to it. Before I talk any more about the pickups, I want to talk about the installation of these pickups, which was crazy easy thanks to EMG's patented solderless system. Now, there are other solderless systems on the market, and some of them are really great, but EMG has it down to where a frickin' brain-dead monkey could do it, which means that I could do it, if only barely. And I literally got these in record time with no trouble at all, and a very, very tiny bit of soldering, only because in order to get the switching going with the switch that's already in there, basically, I had to solder like one or two little things. But it's basically like a Lego set. Like everything just fits in perfectly, and swapping out pickups, like when I did the comparison part, I had to switch this one out with an 81, and it was like an absolute breeze. It was like 2 minutes. So, wow, super impressive. I don't really use EMGs all that often, so I hadn't actually tried to do this before, but I'm very impressed. Almost all of the specs are identical. So the output is the same, and a lot of the other numbers that I don't really know what they mean appear to be the same. And the main difference that you can get off of the spec sheet is just the change in the resonant frequency. That slight shift in the mid frequency, I think, cleans up the sound quite a bit as compared to the 81. And, you know, it's an EMG. It's extremely high output pickup, obviously active. It requires a 9-volt battery. And it's not particularly subtle. This is a very metal pickup. It's not like Judas Priest is, you know, playing jazz standards at the bar down the street. If you want something that's screaming for vengeance, literally, then this is probably right up your alley. Very hot, balls to the wall, but a lot better than better sounding than a lot of active pickups I've heard. It's sometimes they tend to be a little thin. I would say focused would be a nice way to put it, you know. If you like EMGs, if you like that 81 sound, but you want something that's just a little bit different and, in my opinion, an improvement, then the Glenn Tipton Vengeance set might be the one for you. It also comes in this crazy new red color that they're offering. Also comes in the Gary Holt set, which is why the 81 that I put in here for the comparison video is also red, in case you were wondering. They sent me the Gary Holt set, which is just an 81 and an 89, I believe. But they're red. So if you have ever wanted red EMGs in your guitar, then this is a glorious time to be alive. So head over to emgpickups.com, and thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more reviews and original content.
Thank you.